Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well, and I hope you had a wonderful holiday, Christmas, whatever you celebrated. Well, you had a really lovely time with family. I'll just put it down here. Yeah, we had a really nice. It was very relaxed, very. Just very relaxed, and you know, it was family, but the weather wasn't great, obviously. Well, not obviously if you don't live in the UK and you didn't have all that rain, but we had a lot of rain, and it made things difficult in terms of taking the children out, but we had a lovely time nevertheless, and yeah, very grateful. Lots of fun. So I'm at the stage now where I want to plan for lots of projects, and I've got two particular projects in mind that I'm currently. I'll just check. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I was in frame. So yeah, I've got two projects in mind, and one of them is. But I'll just grab some paper that I want to show you. So. As you probably know by now, I love Locta paper. I love it for its durability, its beauty, and just the craftsmanship, you know, that goes into it. And it's just beautiful to look at and feel, and it's very strong. So yeah, I love this paper. So I bought a sheet probably about 4 weeks ago now, of blue, along with some other papers that I wanted to use, that I've already used, to be honest. And I bought this with myself in mind, to make journals for myself, and maybe extras, but I'm making small journals with this. I'll just pull you back because that's a bit in your face, isn't it? So yeah, this is, that didn't help at all. Yeah, there we go. Yes, so this is sort of a very pale blue. It looked bluer when I purchased it on the website, but I'm still happy with it. It's sort of, the colours that I'm going for are wintry, and I wanted a wintry, and I think this fits that very, very well. So I'm really happy with it. So this is something that I am I'm about to be working on. I've just been choosing papers and looking at different things that I can do within it, getting inspiration and what have you. So yeah, that's the plan. That's one plan. The other plan is to I've got some fabrics here. They're traditional Japanese fabrics, and they're scraps, but I have to, yeah, I think they are vintage traditional Japanese fabrics, because, you know, I bought them off a lady who assured me they were, and I'm happy with them. Maybe some of them aren't, I don't know, but I'm still happy with them. I think they look amazing. You know, some of them I believe are genuine. I mean, I think that's pretty genuine. So they're scraps, but they have some size to them. They're not tiny. So in terms of the next project that I want to use these for, they're perfect. And the project that I'm talking about is the one that Catherine on K3N is currently doing, which is, let me just check, because I do have her on. So if you go to K3N Cloth Tales, you will find her on YouTube, and she's also on Instagram as well. And the project that she's currently doing is Boro-inspired journal, part 1 and part 2. She's done part 1 and part 2. So the Boro is, as far as I understand from what Catherine said, and I'd heard of it previously, but you know, I wasn't absolutely certain. Boro is the Japanese sort of tradition. Part of their culture is to mend clothes and mend cloth, and because they used a lot of indigo in their dyeing at that time, I think that was probably the main natural dye that they had. They a lot of the fabrics have blue in them, this indigo blue. So and the point of Boro is that it is about mending. So where clothes were worn and, you know, becoming, you know, maybe they had holes in or thread, you know, they were becoming threadbare or whatever, then the Boro technique would be used just to patch things up, and it would be used over and over and over again to create you know, to create a sort of a much loved piece of cloth or a piece of clothing or item of clothing. But because it had been built up over years, all the different patches, it had this sort of very special and unique style to it. So yeah, so that's the project that Catherine has offered is the Boro-inspired. So she's emphasising that it's an inspired, it isn't Boro as itself in itself, it's a Boro-inspired project, which, you know, is about just sort of creating a piece from the idea of Boro. So Catherine is using denim, and because I bought these, I thought, you know, this is the perfect opportunity to use them, and I do want to use them for myself as well as maybe making one or two items for others. So the first thing I will do is make something for myself, and I really loved the idea of Catherine's journal. So you can make it however which way you like, but I loved the one that Catherine had, so I'll probably follow that plan. So that would be, if you look at her video, you will see the journal, the cover for the journal, which will be what we're making today. Or, well, I won't get it finished, but and then the internal bit would be two separate signatures, with the first and last signature, which would be paper, and then the middle signature would be cloth, and that's where I would do stitching and various other things. So those are my two projects that are coming up, and that I'm really looking forward to doing. I'm very inspired by them. Although I am preparing to make my paper journal, my paper, using the locked paper, I am more inclined to start the fabric one, because I want to keep up with Catherine. I don't have to keep up with her, obviously it's not a race, but I want to make a start on it, because what happened with her previous videos is I managed to make the pouch, which you might remember, but I didn't make anything else, and that's because it was just too busy over Christmas, and you know, I just couldn't focus. So I decided I would just make a start on it now, because so that I'm making progress. That's the point. Anyway, so if you watch Catherine's video, she has used her cloth. Oh, sorry about all this. This is bits of thread coming out. So she used a piece of cloth. I had to edit out a fair bit of the video as I was piecing my bits together, because I was in the wrong spot. So what I have done is, I'm not really sure where to go back to, but basically I cut out a piece of fabric according to Catherine's measurements, 6 by 15. Did I do 7? I might have done 7, just as a compromise, because I felt, yeah, I've done 7, but you could do 6, the same as Catherine, or you could do 7 like me. And then you have 6-inch square and a 6-inch square, and then a 2-inch spine, and then you can have sort of ½ an inch either side as wiggle room. So that's up to you whether you do that or not. I wasn't sure about it, but I've done it. So yeah, that's the plan. And I've got all these little fabrics that I've cut out and put on. So again, you know, it's down to you, whatever you want to do, how you want it to look. I'm going to cut some more of this. So I've been placing them. It's not easy, I will say. You know, see, it's quite, I think I need to pull further along here. That's it. So I'll try and keep in this area here. So I could put that there, or there. I think that's better. But I might put it under that and have it like that. No, can't. I'd have to go a bit further under. Just makes it more interesting, I think. Yeah, like that. Good. Oops. So what Catherine does is she makes sure she has a bit of overlap between, you know, as you put your fabrics down, you can have some overlap. I'm going to overlap that, so that when you come to sew it, you have lots of, you have your overlap pieces, you know, that are going to sew together. So that's the plan. Right, one more piece to go here. Oh, I might have another piece there as well. So thinking I'm going to have a little, did I have a slither of this? I think I did. Yes, I did. So that could go there. Maybe I cut it into a small piece. And then that could go there, just to cover that little bit up there. Yep. And then here, I need a piece for here. So, yeah. I'm just wondering if that should go under there. That would look better. Yeah, I think that looks better. Right, I need a piece of there. So what shall I use? I could use that. Nice. No, I'm just going to check that my spine is 2 inches. It's more or less. Pull these out a little bit. Two inches would be to here, so yeah, I think what I've got to do is bring my fabrics over to here. No, there, that's fine. And that there. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. I'm happy with that. So, and then that up there. Yeah, that's all good. That's pushing things. Okay. Not to worry, because if it pops up, then I can add a little piece to it. That's a shame I did that, because, you know, I had an extra piece that I could have made sure it was all good. Excuse me. Right, now the next thing is to do the basting, pin it and then do the basting stitch. So let's pin it, if you're happy with it, and I think I'm happy with it. Something about this side, I love this side, the way that but this one feels like maybe that dominates, and I think that's, I need to put something like this on top. Yeah, that's better. It's amazing the difference it makes. does that want to go on top of that? Like that. Is that better? Or is that, and then this I think should go like that. But then you can hardly see that then. So no, I'm going to put it back because I like that line, that horizontal line going across. Yeah, it can be a little bit tricky this. It's not, you know, you do have to, I mean, the thing that makes it a bit weird is this, and I'm wondering whether to just take that weird corner off, and I think I will. I think I will. There, I think that's much better. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, like that. So, now I'm going to pin it. Pins. I'm wondering whether to use my other pins. Yeah, I'll just use these. So, pin this. And there. Should use my pin cushion, shouldn't I? I haven't made the pin cushion, you know, that Catherine showed us, but I will at some point. It's just that I wanted to get this done, you know. Here. Some of the fabrics are a little bit thicker than others. And then I feel like that needs to come down a little bit. Oh, now hang on a minute. That's better. Good. Good, good, good. That's good. And then I need more for this side. Sorry, I know I'm being extremely slow. Now, am I having this on the outside? There, and that. But I think that maybe I need to cut it a bit nicer, more nicely. So I'm going to just cut this edge off here. So this is the process that I'm going through, and you know, Catherine's is much more clean and easy to follow. So if you're watching me, then, and you know I'm confusing you, then you know you should really, because this isn't a tutorial, it's just me working, and you can either follow along or, you know, decide for yourself what you want to do. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna go on, you know, over with that. I think I prefer that neatness, and that's just me being a bit neat and trying to be neat and tidy. So that's that side. It's just how I am, you know. Okay, and then obviously that's, you know, it isn't positioned properly, but I'll straighten that when I'm ready. Okay, so then this side I need to do the same thing before I sew it down. So make sure it's 2 inches. So it would be 2 inches. I need half an inch. See, this is why it's confusing me, that extra. And it's not Catherine's fault, it's my own lack of ability to. Okay, so I can cut a little bit off here and try and straighten this up a little bit and not have so much. I'm going to have to unpin it all again. Okay. I think, you know, having the stripe is great, but having it also means that, you know, when you're wonky, it's very visible. And I'm wonky. Okay, I haven't done that straight either. Oh, just not cutting very well. Okay, that'll have to do. Get rid of all these tiny pieces that I've just spread all over my work. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I prefer that. It just looks neater to my mind. Okay, so put that back in place. I can put it there. And this here. And this here. There we go. That's better, much better. Yeah, I like it now. It's interesting, isn't it? I think you do need to go with what your senses are telling you, you know. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not right, you know. And for you, not necessarily for other people, but just for you. You know what feels right for you. Alright, so I'm gonna, in order to keep this from going wonky here, I'm just going to, because that's pinned, I'm just going to go in there. There we go. Now I can go down here. I'm trying to keep the two pieces of cloth together. While I'm doing it. What I might do is just sort of put in there. No. When you put pins in, it moves them, moves your work about a bit. See? See, I told you. Right. Yeah, I think in future I would maybe just glue to make sure that everything sits nicely. And you know, as long as you use a very light glue like a glue stick, I think you'll be fine. But for me, it just works better. I can't. you know, I can't keep all of it together nice and neatly like this. It just doesn't work for me. And obviously filming while working is just, it's just excruciating to watch. For you guys, I mean, not for me, obviously. Oh, no, that's not right. Don't do that. Once you get started, it's very satisfying. Such a wuss. You know, I like everything to be easy. Right, now I can, well, no, I want to pin out yet. It's a bit thicker here. I'm going around. I know Catherine sort of does a really nice, neat, oh, why isn't that going through? She does a really nice, neat sort of, you know, going around the pieces, but oh, I've just realised what I've done wrong here. I mean, I'll just, I've put too much of the blue, but it's okay. I'll just put a little piece there, maybe. And I don't want to unravel it. Just because I made an error like that. It's just a tiny piece that needs to go in. Oh, no. Keep doing that. Good, 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 good. Right, now I can start going around here. Yeah, as I say, Catherine goes, tends to sort of move she does her sewing as in sort of more intuitively. I'm sort of tending to go, I wonder if I should put that there and then put a little square there, but if that's the case I'll have to find a piece now. I can't have exactly the same. Is that weird? Having a little green piece in with all these blues. No, it has to be something different. What about some of that? What I should have done was cut some small pieces up for all of this. Cut the edges off. I'll put that there. And move those over so they're not so distracting. Yeah, prefer that. I love this. because you can see where it's threadbare. I like the threadbare look. I'm going to just take that off for now, and I'll just, oops, stitch. Probably with Catherine, the reason why she does do what she does is so that she can keep control of it, you know, whereas I'm all over the place and struggling. The last time when I did the pouch, I didn't do this. I didn't go all the way around. I just, you know, I tried to, you know, go where I felt I needed to be, not sort of go around in a nice neat sort of oblong or square or something. Oblong? Do people still use that word? Oblong. I wondered why I wasn't going through very well. There's a knot here. And now it's right up against the needle. Oh dear. We'll see. Yeah, that's better. Maybe I pulled it out. Okay, and then, oops. Good. That actually means that I don't need that little extra piece there, because I thought I was going to have to use that. Okay, that will have to go under there. That goes on top like that. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Keep going. Reach the end. And then, obviously not the end. I could do with a cup of tea, if I'm honest. This was far too long a video. I could do with a tea break. So I will, oops, oh yes, I see what's happened. Okay, so I'm just going to have to go with it. It'll be doubled over, but there's a knot right at the very end of my, right up against there. I'm not going to be able to get it out, I don't think. And I've only got this little bit to finish off, so I'm just going to go for it. With double. And it will become part of it, you know. It's not, I don't want to stress about it. I'm more stressed about, you know, the other bits. Moving around, creating a nightmare for me, a sewing nightmare. Oh my goodness, see? When you come to the end of things sometimes, and the beginning, it seems these sort of things happen. Whoops. Oh, I've just realised Catherine does a back stitch, not a running stitch. She does a back stitch, and that's what holds it in place. So I've gone round this way, but when I do the rest of the sewing, I'm going to have to do a back stitch to make sure it all holds in place. I forgot about that. That's what it is. okay, so I've sewn all the way around there. So I could, in theory, take these off. In theory, because they should all be. Actually, that's not stuck down, that one. That's the only one that isn't, I think. The rest are. Try and pull these threads out. Okay, alright, so I'm going to pause here again, make myself a cup of tea because I'm thirsty and I'm coughing a little bit, so, and then I will be back.